Hey friends, welcome to another episode of Trekking Tuesday. Yeah, it's been a while, man. I think I'm finally over that cold/flu. That thing literally kicked my butt. I think that's the sickest I've ever been in my life, man. Whew. But I'm out. Weather conditions, 38 when I left the Mountaineer. Supposed to be a high of 47 to 50. Zero wind. Nice, beautiful, calm day and plenty of sunshine. Location. We're at what I call the spring camp. I've got a lot of work to do here before we can even get close to shooting a video. Did I say video? I did say video. We're going to shoot a video for YouTube today. We're going to do Cooking with Bob, Sloppy Billy Joe's. Yeah, I'm really going to call it that, believe it or not. Kind of a funny story along with that. Let's take a look at my gear I brought in with me. By request of Gary, he wanted to see the return of the Alice pack, and there she is, fully freaking loaded. I did this on purpose. We are up to a weight of probably 35 pounds right now, maybe 40, because there's the sleeping bags not in there, and my tent and all that. But I need to start getting back in shape. I've got something big planned for April. I think you guys are going to enjoy. That'll be announced later. Okay, everything's in the Alice pack I need for today. I just noticed I left Scout's water bowl on there on accident. Not a big deal. We'll get into more of the Alice pack a little bit later. Of course, the other items we brought in is the cooler, the radio, and of course the water cantina right there. We're going to be using 4 cameras for the video shoot in about an hour or two. The sunlight right there, it's going to come right down, perfect. Set the shelter up between that tree and that pole is the one I used for my teepee. We need to do a lot of work to this area. I need to clear some of these leaves out. I'm not too worried about them because they are still pretty well frozen, and it'll take a lot to get them up to the flash point. Big problem. This freaking rock is froze to the ground. I need to get it out of the fire pits. So, we're going to start a fire there and there and hopefully get that rock out. I do have some wood to do that. As you can see, nobody has been to the spring camp. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just hard to get to or nobody wants to come this far in. It is 1.5 miles downhill. Great hike in. 1.5 miles uphill. Not so much. That's why I brought Alice with me. If I'm going to do a distance hike with that technicality, we're going to use Alice, which is going to be a good training method. We're going to see how out of shape I really am. And of course, we're by the Hobo Highway. It has been about 30 minutes. Let's see if we can pull this rock out. Oh, there it goes. And let's see if we can do this without setting myself on fire. Oh, jeez. Oh yeah, look at that. Now we need to let that little booger cool a bit and unfortunately rebuild the fire. Let's take a look at what we have so far. I've got the fire building back up again. I'm going to get a bed of coals. This over here is to start my good cooking wood. See how solid this is? How nice, dry. This is going to be our cooking wood. This is going to give us our best heat. If you notice, there's going to be a log there and a log there. I threw those on before I took the rock off. Using that log, I have a bed of coals on it, and I piled the 2 logs on top of each other, creating heat chamber, which started this on fire. Because everything out here is just freaking frozen. I want to use this big rock. I'm going to try to flip it, but see them cracks right there? This thing might explode when I flip it over. Let's see what happens. But I want to use this for my cooking surface. Yeah, came apart a little bit, but not too bad. I think I can work with that. Oh yeah, we're starting to get a good bed of coals. Let's do a quick time check. All right, I'm thinking about 2 or 2:30. So I'm thinking I'm gonna wait till the sun comes over there just a little bit more, so I can get a little better light out in this area. I took the rock that I was going to use for a cooking surface. It was way too hot. That was over here. I just put it over there now, back where it used to be originally. What I've done here is put the grill up. It's a little flimsy. I piled rocks on each side of it, and that's going to work out great because that's going to reflect the heat in the center. We've got a spot of dandelion tea on. Oh boy, that's just way hot, way ouchy hot. And we got the good wood burning, so I can get my coal base going, and I'll throw a little bit more on there later. Let's take a look at the shelter system. What I did is I went from that pole right there is for the single pole teepee setup. Went with a real quick ridge line all the way across, then tied it off on this tree, folded it so we can get a nice little floor set up, staked it out, and then kind of lifted this side, tied this side off over here, and take a little quick at the back, staked it there and there, and just kind of pulled it taut. Yeah, it came out pretty darn good. Now, if I was going to do an overnight here, a serious overnight, or if I was allowed to do that, which I'm probably not, I'd take all these leaves right here, shove them underneath there until I get at least a foot leaf bed, or a foot and a half, because when you lay on it, it's going to crunch down to maybe 3 to 5 inches. I'm not sure. It depends how many leaves you put there, because this ground is just so hard. And we have a train that just pulled up. Not sure how long it's going to be here. Let's take a look. And double stacker. Oh, I hear refrigerator cars. Yeah, I'm thinking they're going to be here a minute or two. Not a big deal. We're not in a hurry. I want to start my filming at least around maybe 4 or so. A little pissed off. I thought I had 4 tripods. Did not. Had 3. Made the best of it. Hopefully it'll come out. I did stumble a little bit through the end of the video, but with some editing, I could fix that too. Look at this, friends. Oh, you're going to love it. Yes. Look at that. That is sloppy Billy Joe's. Look how that turned out. And we just went ahead and put those on some tortilla shells right there. Okay, that's going to be a mess. What I'm going to do with the leftovers, because I'm not going to waste it, I'm going to let it cool off, throw it in a Ziploc bag, throw it in the cooler, take it home with me, and probably eat it tonight as a snack. On the agenda, we got a mess to clean up. In fact, we probably should go ahead and pull this off and let it start cooling now. Not a big deal. And put all the camera gear away, finish this out. I do believe the fire is just about out. Took my ice that I had, my frozen water bottle, busted it open, threw it on there, and poured some extra water right there. I think we're good. And before I leave, I'll put the rock right back on top of it just to make sure. All right, let's take a look at the Alice pack as I promised. I loaded up just like my everyday pack. On this side, which should be, as we're facing it, oh, here comes the train. Oh shit, that's an Amtrak. That is a quiet Amtrak. Look at that. That's one of the new ones. That was cool. Okay, let's go back over here to the pack. As you see, oh, we almost took off without a tent stake. Let's don't do that. Okay, where were we? Cleaning my mess up. I loaded up just like I do my everyday pack. This is going to be on. Yeah, well, damn it. Okay, it took me a minute to figure out. On my left side is going to be my Stanley Cook set and the GSI cup nest right on it. And right on top the lid goes. We'll put that little guy back in there. And then the fuel cell goes right on top of it. Like so. Center one is actually all my camera gear because I don't put anything in the center of my my everyday carry pack. So there's the camera gear there. On this side is going to be my fire kit, lighter. I think there's a multi-tool in there and some other items I carry with me at all times. Of course, we got med kit, whistle where we can get to it, temperature, tick key, and backup LED light. On the bottom, normally the tech support tent would go right here. If you notice, this is my shelter. It's got the Velcro that goes around it. Through the Velcro, I put one of these carabiners and hook it onto the back strap. The strap's under the Alice pack to keep that little guy from sliding off. Yes, I'm a big fan of these carabiners. And this side, Scout's water bowl. Alright, down at the bottom, there's nothing in there at the moment really except for a rain jacket I carry with me all the time. Makes a great windbreak. Gloves, 550, and a tent stakes I need to dig out and put back in there. There we go. I don't want to forget that guy. On the back section right here, we've got all our food. Flashlight in there somewhere. At the bottom of that is going to be the Sawyer squeeze. There's some camera equipment and battery backups. Oh, another train. I wonder what it is. I bet it's just a regular freight train. She's coming slow. Yeah. Let's go. 1, 2, 3 engines. Huh. Oh, that's a new one. One of the black ones there. Let's take a look at that. Yeah. Pretty cool. Okay. Alright. Checking out the graffiti. Of course, we got my water cantina. Normally attaches to the Alice, but I did not do that this time. And we got the radio. Normally in this back section, it's pretty much empty. Is where I'm going to put the pan and the grill. That would be my sleeping bag and extra socks, and a shirt, and then sometimes a baby sack. So we have the tent, sleeping stuff, food, and then on top the thermal rest. So let's get this all strapped up and make our trip out of here. The area is officially cleaned up. Rocks on the fire. Fire is out, 100% confident. Okay, how are we going to get out of here? We could head west, hike around, up over the top of the cliff, and head back to the trailhead. We could go down there, hike up the cliff, over the top, and there's going to be 4 more campsites. Grab that trail, and back to the trailhead. We could come in the way we came. Nah. Or we could hike a nice little 1/4 mile along the old Hobo Highway. I think you guys know which direction I'm going to head. If we can get down here without falling. Woo. Double check. Yep, everything's out. Let's see. Oh, this is a steep hill. That looks promising. Let's go this way. I know you can't see them in the camera, but on your far left track is red. And then we got yellow, red. So that means the center and the right track could possibly have a train coming, but it'd be moving very slow because their next light is going to be red. Which is good information if we were going to keep going that way, but we're not. We're going to cut in right here and start a very grueling hike uphill. It's about 1 mile. It feels like a straight uphill, but it's a gradual incline, which is worst. And we're going to find out how healthy am I by the time we get to the top of this freaking hill. I mean, if you can see the grade, it just goes switch back. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. Oh boy. We're at the top of the first switchback. I'm already feeling the burn. Okay. That way, where those down trees are, takes you into the other 4 campgrounds. Looks like somebody's put a trail marker there. Now we take this road. As you can see, up it goes. Oh boy. At least it flattens out in the middle for a little bit. We've made it to the flat part. It's like this for, not very far, probably 25, 30 yards. And then we'll hit another switchback and straight up again we go. A little winded, still feeling the burn. At the top of the switchback here, if we take a left, which would be east, there's actually a pretty nice little trail there. I've done that before, and I'm sure we'll do it again. From here, we go up, but it's all at an angle. Kind of hard on the old ankles. But that was the halfway point. Oh boy. Aha, we are at the trailhead, or where we parked the Mountaineer. Was as bad as I thought. I am still a little out of shape though. Whew. Back at the Mountaineer, and we got our gear stowed away. Took my blade off just in case I get pulled over. I do not want to do any explaining. On the way up, the freaking waist belt kept slipping down on me, and the reason is because I've got 2 shirts and 2 jackets on, and it couldn't get a good bite. That's the only thing I hate about winter backpacking, is you can never get your pack adjusted out. But we did good. Let's get a little cowbell. Let's go ahead and get on the road, and we'll close this here video out. Come on, turn green. Come on, turn green. Oh, there we go. Oh boy, that was a fun day. I want to figure we did a total of 3 miles. A mile and a half in, a mile and a half out. Calves hurt, not too bad. A little bit winded. I would say I'm not as unhealthy as I thought I was going to be originally. So yeah, I still need to work out a little bit before April. You guys witnessed the return of the Alice Pack, and I'm going to be using her quite a bit because when I work out, I need the Alice Pack. That's the one I'll be using on my next big adventure, and I've got to get used to her all over again. Current temperature is 41 degrees. Current time is, oh boy, I'm in trouble. I'm not going to make it home in time, friends. Good possibility I'll be sleeping in the shop. Oh boy. So yeah, we did a video for YouTube. Cooking with Bob, Sloppy Billy Joe's. It's going to be interesting to see the comments on this one. Well, some caves over there. Actually pretty freaking cool. Friends, I'd like to thank you guys for coming along with me on my journey, and I'll see you on YouTube.